व्हाट्सअप, दिस इज प्रदीप और आप देख रहे हैं मेरा चैनल एमएड एजुकेटर्स। तो बच्चों, मैं आज आपको कराने जा रहा हूँ रीडिंग की प्रैक्टिस। और ये जो बुक है, ये बुक है 9th क्लास की। एक नया सब्जेक्ट आया है टूरिज्म स्टडीज़। तो इसमें हम क्या पढ़ेंगे? इसमें हम टूरिज्म स्टडीज़ के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, लेकिन मैं इस वीडियो में आपको रीडिंग की प्रैक्टिस कराने जा रहा हूँ फॉर इंग्लिश पर्पज़। तो आपके इंग्लिश की इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए ज़रूरी है। सो मैं स्टार्ट करने जा रहा हूँ। द यूनिट 1, Introduction to Tourism, Part 1. The contents: Unit Overview, Description, Introduction, Defining Tourism, Tourist Typology, Purpose of Tourism, Component of Tourism, Forms of Tourism, and Summary. Now, 1.0 Unit Overview and Description. So this unit will introduce student to the subject of tourism. This unit will help student to define tourism, list the difference between tourist and a traveler, identify what comprises the tourism industry, differentiate between the common forms of tourism. Resource materials: these are the persons or books we have. This book has taken the content. Now, assessment plan: exercise, questions and answer, role play and group discussion. So it is starting now. 1.1 Introduction. So we are going to start. Tourism is one such activity in which all of us have participated at some point of time. The school trip to the local museum or the day picnic of the important monument of waterfall park near your city, or trip to place of religious importance, all these are part of the bigger spectrum of tourism. You might also remember the annual trip back to your grandparents living in another city, or the family vacation to new destination, or maybe just exploring new places of interest in cities or places near your hometown. The pleasure and excitement of experiencing a new destination is what makes tourism activity such a popular activity. So, going on a vacation, pyramid, Taj Mahal, Opera House, Eiffel Tower and Statue of Liberty, vacation on a beach. Although tourism activity is commonly referred to as the activity of visiting places for pleasure, it also involves the travel undertaken for the purpose of trade or business. It is an activity which is undertaken by individuals or group of individuals, which involves displacement from their usual environment, that is residence or residential region. This movement of people, also referred to as tour for the purpose of recreation or business, forms the base of the tourism sector or the business of tourism. Many personnels from various industries such as airline, railways, accommodation and other come together to help us plan our trip and make our tour a relaxed and memorable affair. So next, traveling businesswoman, travel facilitator and room service in hotel. This unit will introduce you to this largest employment generating, vast and fast growing industry of tourism, an industry that thrives over the people who form the core of the industry. 1.2 Defining tourism. It is a well documented fact that humans have always been traveling, either in search of food, shelter, safety or for food trade. Over the centuries, the activity of travel has changed too. The act of tourism, and thus led the urge to define tourism. One might ask the question, why do we need to define tourism? Don't we all understand tourism activities? activity? Why does everyone feel the need to define everything and fill up books upon books with definition? Well, to answer this question, we have to understand the complex nature of tourism activity. As observed by Left J in 1989, tourism accounts for the single largest peaceful movement of people across cultural boundaries of the world. This means tourism involves a lot of movement of people both within and across international boundaries. As you are aware, these movement of traveling within the country and across international borders leads to economic benefits to all concerned. To analyze and maintain records of these benefits of tourism, it becomes important to identify and define tourism, as well as the participant of the activity, that is tourist. Let us start by defining tourism. One interesting fact about the word tourism, the origin of this word itself in research. According to a tourism researcher, the bold etymologically the word tour is derived from the Latin word tornare or tornus, and the Greek and word torons, meaning the modern English to represent one's turn. It has been observed that the definition of tourism varies from source to source. There is no clear consensus regarding the definition of tourism. Only a few commonly referred definitions are mentioned in this unit. Tourism in definition defined as the sum of the phenomena and relationships arising from the travel and stay of non-residents, insofar as they do not lead to permanent residence and are not connected with any earning activity. This definition, formulated by Swiss professor Hunziker and Krebs in 1938, was accepted by the International Association of Scientific Experts in Tourism (WEST), and it is by far the most popular definition among all the definitions of tourism. Matheson and Wall 1982 created a good working definition of tourism as the temporary movement of people to destination outside their normal place of work and residence. The activities undertaken during their stay in those destinations and the facilities created to cater to their needs. United Nations World Tour Organization (UNWTO) has defined tourism as it comprises the activities of persons traveling to and staying in a place outside their usual environment for not more than one consecutive year for leisure, business and other purpose not related to the exercise of any activity remunerated from within the place visited. This means that tourism activity takes place only when one travels from his or her home town to another city and stay in that city for not more than 1 year, and during this time period he or she does not earn any money remuneration from any activity at the place to visit. UNWTO, United Nations World Travel Organization, Tourism Organization, further states that tourism is different from travel. In order for tourism to happen, there must be a displacement. An individual has to travel using any type of means of transportation. She might even travel on foot. Nowadays, it is often that cases for poorer societies and happens even in more developed ones and concerns pilgrims, hikers, but all travel is not tourism. Three criteria are used simultaneously in order to characterize a trip as belonging to tourism. The three criteria, as per UNWTO, are that the displacement must be such that it involves a displacement outside the usual environment. This term is of utmost importance and will be discussed later on. Type of purpose. The travel must occur for any purpose different from being remunerated from within the place visited. The previous limits, where tourism was restricted to recreation and visiting family and friends, are now expanded to include a vast array of purposes. Duration. Only a maximal duration is mentioned, not a minimal. Tourism displacement can be with or without an overnight stay. Thus, we know that all tourism activity involve travel, but all travel do not means tourism. Review question is that what do you understand by tourism? The next point is 1.3 Tourist typology. Tourism, as stated earlier in the chapter, is a socio-economic phenomena, meaning tourism activity affect both the social fabric and the economy of a tourist destination. It is therefore important to identify tourists for the purpose of understanding and studying their economic contribution and social impact. As you have read in the previous section on definition, all travel is not a tourism, although all tourism activity involves travel. A similar type of correlation also exists between travelers and tourists. A figure given below in illustration 1.1 will help you understand this correlationship better. So, travelers, visitors, other travelers. A visitor is divided into tourist, overnight visitor, same day visitor. Source: Travel and Tourism Research Association. Illustration 1.1 Traveler typology. The illustration above clearly shows that every tourist is essentially a traveler, and the length of stay and purpose decides whether the traveler is a tourist or an excursionist, same day visitor. That is same day visitor. Tourists: temporary visitors staying at least 24 hours but not more than 1 year in the country visited, and the purpose of whose journey can be classified under one of the following headings: maybe a leisure, recreation, holiday, health, study, religion and sport, business, family, mission and meeting. Second, same day visitor or excursionist. Temporary visitor staying less than 24 hours in the country visited, including travelers on cruises. The illustration also introduced to us other travelers. Other travelers consist of travelers such as the transit, immigrants, cruise ship traveler, asylum seekers, armed person from other countries and so on. Although other travelers must be staying over for a period longer than 24 hours. They are not considered as tourists. due to their purpose of travel. Now that we can identify tourists, let us discuss how one become a tourist. So review question is that what is the difference between tourist and excursionists? So 1.4 Purpose of tourism. History tells us that humans have been traveling since ancient time in search of food, shelter, safety, and then for trade. The urge to travel and discover new places has stayed with us. Tough, the purpose of through the purpose of these journeys has changed. Purpose of tourism here means that primary reason due to which a tourist has gone on a trip. In the absence of this purpose, tourists would not have taken the tour. In the modern times, the purpose of travel can be classified under one of the following heading: leisure, recreation, holiday, health, study, religion, sports, and so on. Business, family, and meeting. Let us explore these purposes of travel and understand their role as purpose of tourism. Leisure. It is the free time on one has after all the daily scheduled activities have been taken care of. Some people like to read as a leisure activity while some take up dancing, and there people who go hiking as a leisure activity. People also save free time to take tour or go on vacation. The purpose of these trips vary and can be categorized as per the destination or activity involved. Only a few such persons for tourism are listed below. Recreation. The annual vacation of the weekend getaway for some relaxation and fun activities in one of the primary purpose for tourism. It could be a long break away or a small trip to a nearby destination. Holiday. A special destination of or site attracts us to the visit that destination for a holiday. It is also possible that the destination might be giving us an opportunity to participate in an activity that is unique to that destination, such as snorkeling in the coral reefs, visits to monument of importance, or even all animal or plant species unique to a destination gives holiday makers a purpose for visiting one particular destination over other. Health. A change of climate often recommended by doctors for the recuperation of health leads to a trip outside the usual place of a residence. Lately, it has also been observed that one travels not only to a different city but to other country for the purpose of medical treatment. These all add up as a purpose for tourism. Education. Education, especially higher education, is reason for traveling out of the city of residence to another. Although at time for a student the period of stay in the new city exceeds 1 year, still it is considered as educational tourism as long as it is not related to the exercise of any activity remunerated from within the place visited, that is place of education. Religion. Tourism for a purpose of religious belief is the one of the oldest known purpose of tourism. People travel for the purpose of pilgrimage, for example Hajj, Char Dham Yatra, fulfilling certain promises to deities, as well as for some special religious function or events such as Kumbh Mela and so on. Sports. Sporting event attracts fans and spectators from across the globe. Especially international sporting event that occur after regular interval like Cricket World Cup or the Olympic Games and so on. Sporting event always see a lot of tourists, both in the form of spectators as well as participants and their families. No wonder there is a rush to host such international sporting event. Business meetings, etc. It is not only for the purpose of leisure and that one participates in the tourism activity. At time one participate in the tourism activity out of necessity. Few such purposes are given below. Business. A business will help to go on a tour out of necessity whether to buy or sell the product. Meeting. An outstation meeting with clients will necessitate one to travel to another city or country. Family. A birth, wedding, or even a funeral in the family and extended family means going to on a trip. The commonly used terminology here is VFR, that is visiting friend or relatives. Now that you are familiar with the importance of purpose on tourism, let us discuss what else comprises and promotes tourism. Classroom activity. This activity should be done by students under the supervision of the subject teacher. Teacher will make groups of students with no more than 6 students in a group. Each student will discuss in the group detail of their last tour and the activity that they have undertaken during the tour. Each group will then share the information in the class. So 1.5, the component of tourism. Tourism components are what makes the tourism industry function the way it does, and without these components tourism industry will cease to exist or fail. Component in the layman's term refer to the mechanism with the help of which the machinery of tourism works. These components of tourism are commonly referred to as the A's of tourism, at time 4 A's of tourism. So, attraction. It refers to the feature of destination that pulls or attracts tourists to a destination and is commonly known as tourist attraction. These attractions can be nature-based such as national park, historical monument, theme park, climate and location of the destination such as hill station, or even an event such as Cannes Film Festival. The attraction of the destination justifies its popularity among tourists. Accessibility. A destination can be a hill station, pleasant climate with ancient monument and runs. The destination might have boast of some beautiful waterfall and yet remain unpopular among the tourists as there are no roads of rail or airport. This means that even if a destination has attraction to pull tourists, it might still be unpopular as it is not connected in terms of the transportation. In other words, the destination is not accessible. Accessibility to a destination or tourist attraction will ascertain its popularity among the tourists. Accommodation. This refers to the place of stay and rest for the tourist. Accommodation is another important component of the tourism business since tourists require boarding and lodging at their place of tour. A tourist destination must provide boarding and lodging to boost tourism. Since overnight stay leads to maximum contribution to the local economy, a destination with attraction and accessibility will bring in tourists, but tourists need to a place to eat, shop and stay overnight to contribute to the economy of destination. Amenities. These are basic facilities provided to the tourists such as medical aid, foreign currency exchange, safety and security, communication facilities and so on. The amenities provided make the things easier for the tourist in his her new environment. Thus, the amenities available to a tourist that will help maintain the popularity of the destination among tourists. The above mentioned component form the tourism industry. Another is also considered as an important component of tourism studies. The A refers to activity, such as sightseeing, sports, shopping, yoga classes, and so on. A tourist traveling to any place will take part in some activities in the place of visit other than any only enjoying the natural beauty. This type and number of activities at the place also help in deciding number of days one will stay in a place. These components will be further dealt in greater detail in senior classes. Review question: definition differentiate between inbound and outbound tourist. 1.2 1.6 Forms of tourism. You have read in the earlier section that tourism is one activity where peaceful movement of large number of people can be seen. This large scale movement of people involve movement within national boundaries as well as across the international border. In the International Recommendation for Tourism Statistics 2018 IRTC TS 2008 drafted by UNWTO, three basic forms of tourism were revised from earlier and updated as: domestic tourism comprises the activity of a resident visitor within the country of reference. Inbound tourism comprises the activity of a non-resident visitor within the country of reference. Outbound tourism comprises the activity of a resident visitor outside the country of reference. The above clearly mentions that when as Indian we visit cities and states within India for a vacation or trip, we are taking part in domestic tourism activities. For example, a resident of a Cuttack who visits Goa in participating in domestic tourism of India, popularly known as domestic tourist. As an Indian, if one travels abroad to another country, then he or she is a part of outbound tourism activity. For example, a resident of Mumbai who visits New York is participating outbound tourism of India, popularly known as outbound tourist. While a tourist from another country visiting India is participating in the inbound tourism activity of India. For example, a resident of Melbourne who visits Bangalore is participating in inbound tourism of India, popularly known as inbound tourist. Similarly, we must see here that an inbound tourist of India is also an outbound tourist or of his or her country of origin, while an outbound tourist of India is also an inbound tourist of his or her destination country. So review question is: what do you understand by VFR? Visit friend or relatives. What are the A's of tourism? Differentiate between inbound and outbound tourism. Now 1.7 is the last point. 1.7 Summary. This unit has introduced tourism industry to you. You have learned to define tourism as well as tourist and excursionist. This unit helps you to differentiate between a traveler and a tourist as well as other travels. As an introduction to the component of tourism, popularly known as A's of tourism, was offered for your information. It has introduced you to the form of tourism as well as given you an opportunity to learn about the popular terms associated with tourism, such as domestic, inbound, outbound tourist. This unit only gives you a glimpse of the vast world of tourism, which will help you form the basis of your further study in the field of tourism. So the chapter is closed. we are waiting for the next part or the next chapter of this book. So till then, bye bye.